Hi there, so today we're looking at triangle pose. So this pose is great for strengthening the legs, easing a bit of tension out the hips, strengthening the arms, the shoulders, and also helping you to breathe more fully and allow yourself to have a bit of space around the digestive area. So we want to start off with our feet a little bit, kind of wide, a little bit wide, but kind of feel comfortable. We're going to turn one foot so the toes are pointing towards the narrow edge of the mat. And this back foot's going to come in at a 45-degree angle. Now you don't have to have it lined up with the back foot. What's more important is to feel stable. I like to have my feet actually not on train tracks, but a little bit apart. So you kind of want to feel really stable. So if you kind of just move around a little bit, you feel like, yeah, your feet are really stable to the earth. You don't feel like you're going to sort of wobble around. And then we just think about the arms coming up. So we're breathing in, the arms are coming up. We're looking down the right middle finger. We're just going to slide towards the right. And you're going to pop that right hand somewhere on this leg. Now, many people think they have to have this hand right down on the ground. That's not necessarily the case for triangle pose. So just have the back of the hand resting on the leg. And if you wanted to, you could use a block here. I've got one handy. But if you haven't got a block, you could use a book. So you could have the hand resting on the book if you wanted to, or on the block. Or for today, I'm just going to have the hand on the back of the leg. So my back of my hand's resting on my leg. If you want a bit more support, you could have the palm of the hand resting on the leg. If the back of the hand's on the leg, you're using your core a little bit more. If the back of the hand, if the palm of the hand's on the leg, you kind of tend to lean into that a little bit. So just see how you feel with that. This hand can just sit on the hip. Now your gaze could be down towards this foot. So you might just keep the gaze down towards the ground, or you might bring the gaze to the side of the room, or you might take the gaze up over this shoulder. And if it feels okay, you might just let the hand kind of dangle a little bit by the armpit, and then just open out nice and slowly up towards the sky. So you've got the left hand reaching up towards the sky, the right arm reaching down towards the ground, and you find your breath here. If you don't feel too comfortable, you can always come up a little bit. There's no rule saying you have to be right down, just come up a little bit. Make it easy, make it sustainable, make it for you. It's your practice. So take a moment here just to breathe, feel that nice opening across the chest. And sometimes quite nice just to think about that opening all the way through. It's like one line along those arms. Good. And then use those feet, find those feet, draw the navel in, slowly come all the way back out. Take a moment just to roll those shoulders and then thinking about the other way. So we're turning the left foot out now towards the narrow edge of the mat. The right foot's at a 45-degree angle. Again, don't have the feet too wide because this will make you feel unstable, and equally don't have them too narrow. So you kind of just find that comfortable place for you. There's no right or wrong, but there is alignment, and we want to be careful with our alignment. So here we want the toe pointing down the mat. The legs are quite straight, you'll notice, and the arms are going to float up. Just have a look at the arms, make sure they are actually in one line. And you're going to, as if you're reaching for something towards that left hand, you're reaching away, bring that left hand down towards the leg. Again, it could be here, it could be here, it could be down towards the ground, or indeed, like we did on the other side, you might have a book or a block just to have the hand resting on. So you can change the height of this depending on what suits you. Today I'm just going to have the back of the hand resting on that leg. As I said, if you want the front of the palm of the hand resting on the leg, that will just mean you're leaning into the hand a little bit more, which is fine. But if you want the back of the hand, then that just works the core a little bit more. This hand can just happily sit on the hip. The gaze can be down, no problem at all. Maybe the gaze coming to the side. And maybe you're thinking about that arm coming up towards the sky. If you are, just let the hand kind of dangle towards the armpit, and then just allow it to unpeel out. Reaching into the sky with the right arm, reaching down with the left hand. Maybe the gaze is up. If that feels funny in the neck, just keep the gaze to the side or keep the gaze down. Find your breath here, in and out through the nose. Know that you're building a good bit of strength into those legs, into those arms. Allowing yourself to breathe more fully. In and out through the nose. Triangle pose. Trikonasana, as it's known in Sanskrit. Then to come out of it, find those feet again. So really feel the feet doing the work. Draw the navel in. So you're coming out from the feet and the core. And then coming all the way back down. Take a little shake. And there we have it. Thank you very much for being here. Take care. Bye for now.